Greetings everybody. Just literally sitting here by the river on a lovely snowy day. It came down pretty heavy yesterday. I'm watching a couple saunter along to the river's edge, and they've got a little bag of bread, and they've started to throw little bits of bread into the river. And I've been watching here, just sitting on rather frozen buns, just watching the event unfold, and I'm seeing all these seagulls slowly filtering in and getting excited and jumping in at their free selection of carbs for the day. Shortly thereafter, a massive great swan sauntered in, sort of started flapping its feet across the river's edge. And I don't really know where I'm going with this, because I'm here doing trying to sort of meet my fulfill my commitment to doing regular videos, and I was hoping that by speaking about what I'm watching, just sort of not judging anything, just observing, something would come along in my mind that would strike myself of value, and hopefully for you too, some value might come across from this. I'm floundering, to be honest, but it's an interesting experiment into the nature of what can come to mind when we commit to just creating something without having initially mapped anything out, and to just go by what we're seeing in our environment, and using our environment as a source, as a prompt for new insight. Because what's happening in this moment is that we've got things happening in the environment. We've got data, right? There's all kinds of stuff going on over there. There are seagulls flapping about. There's the castle. There are people walking past. And absent of my judgment on those things, I could have come along and said, look, these two are just being ridiculous. You know, it's spoiling the biodiversity stuff going on here. You know, it's ruining the kind of the cycle of nature, the way things are supposed to be, because they're throwing in crappy junk food for these poor birds. You could apply a lot of judgment to that, but just look what's going on around you absent of judgment, and look at how beautiful that is. You've just got all kinds of things happening. Physics is going on, gravity is happening. We're seeing the universe unfolding and expressing itself. And when you see things that way, and you just allow that layer of typical judgment to sort of dissolve that usually lies over what's happening around us, like the snow here, things start to get very interesting. Things start to get rather sparkly, and your curiosity is stimulated, because finally there's this weight lifted that's normally there in the form of, I don't like this, right? Look at that couple over there, I'm jealous, she's really good looking, why am I not with her? Oh look, it's getting dark, I should be getting home, I shouldn't be sitting here getting cold, recording ridiculous videos. All of that's gone when you're willing and you're open to the idea that we can just view things in total observation mode. And I think this is what we have all been gifted, that we can miss as humans on this plane, on this earth, in this universe. We've all been gifted with the ability to witness the universe kind of expressing itself. I really like that view. The universe is expressing yourself. It's putting on a dance for you. And you might even go a step further and say that what's actually happening is your own mind is performing for you. Your mind is the sort of the unfurling of the universe, and it's showing you something interesting. It might not even be that. It's showing you itself and its majesty. And whether you get something from the experience or not, I suppose doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. If you were to pick out something from this experience, and it gave you some food for thought, and it gave you something to use in your creative endeavors, fantastic, that's an added bonus. But absent of all of this stuff, absent of needing to come up with clever things to say, we can often forget the beauty, just the raw beauty of what's around us, because we see it all the time, and we can sort of build up an immunity to it, and what happens when we build up an immunity to something. We become blind to it. We start applying judgments to stuff. But I think there's a lot of opportunity for many of us, because given that most people are kind of wrapped up in their own illusions and judgments about what's going on, I think there's a huge opportunity here to be one of the chosen few who realizes the power of sitting in observation, seeing the beauty of raw data, not only in just the entertaining factor of it all, but also because it opens you up to your own intelligence. And I find that insights do tend to come up when you're absent of judgment, and that's going to fuel whatever's going on in your life. You're going to come up with solutions. You're going to find creative ideas to come up to use for your next project. It's going to come up, you're going to find decisions that kind of answered there and then without you needing to put too much effort into stuff. All kinds of positive things happen when you replace judgment with observation. And I think that we could take from this video as something valuable, is to look around you occasionally and be open to see things for exactly what they are, i.e. there's no meaning necessarily that we need to attach to anything. And especially when we leave negative judgment alone and we let that just float past as opposed to seizing it and entertaining it, life can become a very enjoyable experience regardless of what's going on in your life. Not only that, you are going to be gifted with more creativity, more of a sense of ongoing peace, and you'll be one of those smirking few who people can't figure out why you're enjoying yourself so much, because you are actually finally opening a window to the unbelievable majesty of this existence. Yes, I've gone deep, and I suppose that tends to happen when I've kind of entered into a video without any plan. But I thought it was an interesting experiment, and maybe you can apply this same sort of approach to whatever you've got going on in your life. Hopefully that helped. If you've got any other ideas, could use them right now. Running out of ideas of things to say in videos, but having fun too. See you in the next guy. See you in the next video. Take care.